The discography of the British rock musician David Bowie consists of 26 studio albums, 9 live albums, 46 compilation albums, 5 extended plays, 109 singles, including 5 UK #1 singles, and 3 soundtracks. Bowie has also released 13 video albums and 48 music videos. Born David Jones, Bowie's debut release was the 1964 single Liza Jane by Davy Jones and the King Bees. He released 2 more singles in 1965 under the names of the Manish Boys and Davy Jones and the Lower Third. His first release using the name David Bowie was the 1966 single Can't Help Thinking About Me, which was released with the Lower Third. Bowie's next single, Do Anything You Say, also released in 1966, was the first release by simply David Bowie. Bowie released 4 more singles in his debut album, David Bowie, in the late 1960s before he first had success in the United Kingdom with the 1969 single Space Oddity. The single reached number 5 on the UK singles chart after it was released 5 days before the Apollo 11 moon mission. Bowie released 3 more albums a Space Oddity, The Man Who Sold the World and Hunky Dory a before he eventually made it onto the UK albums chart with the rise and fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, which peaked at number 5. Following the success of Ziggy Stardust, sales of Hunky Dory improved and it eventually peaked at number 3 in the UK. RCA re-released Space Oddity and The Man Who Sold the World, which reached numbers 17 and 26 in the UK respectively. Bowie released 9 more studio albums with RCA, all of which reached the top 5 of the UK albums chart, of which Aladdin Sane, Pin-Ups, Diamond Dogs and Scary Monsters reached a number 1 position. He then released 3 solo studio albums with Emmy Let's Dance, whose title track became his first single to reach number 1 in both the United Kingdom and the United States, Tonight and Never Let Me Down. Let's Dance and Tonight reached number 1 on the UK albums chart, while Never Let Me Down reached number 6. In 1989 Bowie created the rock group Tin Machine, who released a self-titled album with Emmy. Although Tin Machine reached number 3 on the UK albums chart, it did not sell well and Bowie and Emmy did not renew their contract. Tin Machine 2 followed in 1991 on London Records and, only reaching number 23 in the UK, was Bowie's worst charting album since the 1973 re-release of The Man Who Sold the World. Continuing as a solo artist, Bowie's next album, Black Tie White Noise, reached the number 1 position on the UK albums chart. Since then, Bowie has released 6 studio albums, all of which have reached the top 10 in the UK. Reality, reached number 3 in the UK. Released after a several-year hiatus, The Next Day is Bowie's first UK chart-topping album since Black Tie White Noise. Albums, studio albums. D chart position for the 2010 Deluxe Edition re-release, live albums. Compilation albums, 1970s compilations. 1980s compilations. 1990s compilations. 2000s are 2010s compilations, extended plays. Singles, 1960s singles. 1970s singles, 1980s singles. 1990s singles, charted at number 30 in Japan. The single was not released in many territories. 2000s are 2010s singles, video albums, music videos. Soundtracks, other album appearances, soundtracks, various artist compilation albums, guest appearances, other video album appearances, references. External links, official website, David Bowie at AllMusic, David Bowie 7 inches single discography.